Hey everybody, Romanvs with another quick play. Today, we're going to be playing 60 Parsecs. Now, to be honest with you, this is our third go around. So the first time we recorded, there was no audio. No audio. The second time we recorded, there was no in-game audio. So you couldn't hear the game, but you could hear me. I fixed both problems. That's the problem. Every time my PC updates, it always takes off. It changes the defaults of the mics and the audio sounds. So um, I thought I corrected it before I recorded, but apparently not. So this is now our third time, which is good and bad at the same time because it's good in the sense that I kind of know what I'm doing right now. Versus the other two times I played, I did reach 17 days the first go around and 22 days the second go around. We're going to see where we land this time. We like to play on Voyager. And I'm still going to pick him. Because he looked like me. So basically, in this first part, I got to run around and gather as much supplies as possible and get them back to the ship, as well as any crew members that I may find. Nope. Hey, bro.
Hey,
Boom, 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 boom. Yep, everybody dead. Everybody I left on the ship and everybody on Earth, they dead. So, very optimistic game here. This is probably the best crew I've gotten since playing. Always go with intelligence. No, we're gonna go with strength. Long live the captain. Let's go. That's right. Inspired by your headstrong leadership style, I allowed myself to power out the matter generator in the back of the shuttle. It will produce some minerals. Okay. And I don't have anything. I don't have anything to entertain us with, and I don't have anything to craft with. So, Weight Observer made you see yourself as a bulky bulldog. Your crew watched helplessly as you frolicked, running back and forth and barking madly. You did not inspire confidence, even though it was overfast. Some images cannot be unseen. Literally, I'm encoded with a strict directive to document everything that transpires on the ship. It's a curse, not a blessing. of course, I still have nothing. This is not going well so far. We're 4 days in and I have nothing. People are going to start getting hungry for no reason. Straight this way. I'm not programmed for your entertainment, Captain, so don't count on me to keep you occupied. If you wanted to have fun in the shuttle, they would have installed the clown computerized assistant instead. Alright, Captain, it's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. Oh, I'm giving it to you, bro. He's gonna basically count up all the food and see what we got. Last time I had him do it, he was able to find like an extra 2. There you go. See? The current number number adds up. We got 5 foods and he found 2 more. Everybody's hungry. Everybody can wait. It's a matter of national pride that America become the first country to play sports in space. Refusal to participate will initiate emergency ejection. What shall the rules of the astro sport be? Limber. Let's go with agility. Oop, already. Look at that beard coming in. No sense in reinventing the wheel. A spitball, an empty soup can, and someone blocking the way is all you need. Shoot, catch it, open your eyes, human. Emmett was the MVP, which means he wins a free communicator, and that means you win a free communicator. It's good to be captain. Oh, nice, so we got a communicator. Your attention is required. This is the most abnormal. They're registering unknown transmissions. Can I identify who is sending them? Decipher the signals. Well, you're the smartest one among us. Oh, he hungry. First contact. I believe this is the ship. Did a sponsored job. He was able to trace some of the electromagnetic interferences. Potential landing spot for our flight path. Good. Okay, so you need... What about you? Oh my goodness. Starving. Everybody's starving.
Huh.
Okay, the shuttle sounds a bit rickety, Captain. A fan above the terminal is making a clicking sounds in the panels. I recommend a touch of spring cleaning. Yeah, do it smartly. Smartly. Everybody just ate. You and the crewmate untangled the wiring behind one of the shuttle's panels. You found 4 pills of Astro Citizen multivitamins along with the wiring. Or at least it looked like multivitamins. I still think it was mice droppings. Either way, you all feel revitalized after eating them. Navigation readings confirm we are still headed towards a potential landing site, ETA T4. So I'm guessing 4 days. Not really complaining, but I know you're hungry. April is asking for more rations. Emmett is complaining about an empty stomach, and Dee Dee is hungry. I just fed every single one of you. Let's make fire! Captain, we're now entering a field of cosmic gas. Origins unknown. Can you smell that? Did someone forget to brush their teeth? No, it's just that the gas leaking inside the shuttle. Someone could try to isolate some of its gas used later. I'm putting April on it because I feel like she's more engineering. Okay, April failed. Outcome was less than ideal, but the Experience toughened April enough to make her fitting for a role as your science officer. Alright, 3 more days. Fire. Captain, where are you? Can't see you. It appears we've suffered a blackout. Maybe we should turn on the lights before. All we got is a lighter, guys. Sorry. The lights are back on. Turns out the issue was only a dead fuse. Now, what chewed through it with those tiny razor-sharp spiral teeth is a different question. We'll still only approach 2 more days. I'm disturbed. You've reported hearing a child crying somewhere in the shuttle, but my sensors don't show anyone unaccounted for on board. This may be an auditory hallucination caused by the stress of witnessing a nuclear war. The other possibility is my sensors are malfunctioning. Search the shuttle. Yeah, let's search the shuttle. Oh. You and the crew tried to find the source of the child's cries, even though the others couldn't hear it. But after sifting through, you didn't find anyone else. It was a stress-related auditory hallucination. I'm not surprised. 1 more day. She could be the one to my zeros, the signal to my noise. I've been transmitting with an abandoned shuttle I spotted nearby. She has just agreed to meet me. Us. I meant us. You have to say yes, Captain. She is drifting and has no crew, so she offered to share her resources. She's a communist. She believes we are too. She blinded me with her thrusters. Just came out. She's not a bad shuttle, though. Just wants us to take pride in the computations. If you want her resources, you will have to go along with this. Share a common soup with her. Tell her you're very social and love the party. Please, Captain. I'm trusting you, ship, but this might be my death. Thank you for agreeing to fly to the abandoned shuttle and for pretending to be a communist. It meant a lot to me. Should have known you'd make a terrible communist, though. When you approached shouting, "Hello, fellow comrade," with a strong accent, she saw right through you. Do not apologize. You should be proud of who you are. The shuttle was so offended she shot at us. She was a civilian vessel, though, so she shot at us with random, non-dangerous objects. Look, I brought some of them in. Your stomach is still rumbling. Okay, so that helped me for nothing. And I'm gonna die. Fire! If you want to land on this planet, say you will have to fix up a small malfunction with the steering system since we're unable to turn at the moment. Oh, and you will have to do it before we float away on the planet. Okay. All we got is a lighter! Ooh, we landed on the ice planet. She gonna die. What happened to our computer? Investigate the source of the distress call in outer space. Find an appropriate landing spot. Check goals. You dove under the console with a lighter, trying to illuminate the dark. Whatever. We screwed ourselves, basically, is what I heard. Huh. Captain, we're unable to detect the transmissions of an unknown origin. Unfortunately, the communications console was damaged. Hardwire primitive. Well, we have it, so let's use it. Communicator attests to the Communications Council work like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics, since we finally receive an answer to our transmissions. Someone will find us eventually. The crew was visibly excited by this incredible feat of engineering. They were only slightly smirking while looking at the patched consoles. Sir, something is seeping into the shuttle. It looks like a trickle of iron filings. Could it be nanomachines? Outside the shuttle, a track of bright, vital flowers and clean soil. This is a high-risk situation. Shall I continue letting them in? Track of bright, vital flowers and clean soil lead away into the distance. No. I don't know what that is leaking into the ship. Oh, they're dying again. The flood of nanomachines entering the cabin was becoming a torrent when you gave the command to stop them, so I ran a current through the hole. How I love the smell of ionizing. Call that technique. I wonder where they came from. If only nanomachines were the solution to all life mysteries. Okay. We are experiencing minds. In other words, we are completely deaf and blind. I cannot pinpoint the origin of the malfunction, but I'm registering an intensifying tonal signal. Captain, it's a bomb. Nothing for us to do. Awesome. When you sat down in front of the communications, I just folded your arms by my processor, froze for a second. It's highly illogical, suicidal even, and yet we're still here. How did you know it was not going to blow up? Could use some rations. Can't say if it was engineering skill or dumb luck, but you were able to craft a high quality item. We're gonna die because we have nothing. Do nothing. Alright, we're starving. Chose to wait out the storm rather than run the By morning, the weather had gone calm. Dee Dee perished due to starvation. I'm sorry, Dee Dee, but... Mask! The party was a hit. Could you tell me again who won the staring contest? I have nothing. Reach the location. We could see somebody sneaking off into the dark behind the big rock. A little suspicious, although you did not bring the sock bucket the stranger had asked for. How forgetful of you. You're still starving. Crafting's unavailable? Sorry, Captain's gotta eat first. Something's not right. There's an uncontrolled power surge in the crafting module. I cannot do anything. It's sabotage. Someone needs to fix it. They're gonna start dying. Ugh. Emmett to the rescue. His swift action saved the day in the sabotage crafting system. Who could have thought? Crafting module needs to restart, but it should be running now. Still unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna die. At least I think it's cheese. Did somebody sneak it up? Was it French? You decided to eat the strange cheese. Unfortunately, the cheese wasn't cheese at all. It was an inedible soap product. Oops, you and the crew are even hungrier than you were before. You need to do much more careful. Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of the planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing a supersized version of tic-tac-toe, but never completed this. Game pieces consist of minerals that we could use. Now, I'm not one for ruining someone else's fun, but I think the winner... Should we try deliberately gathering the pieces and using them for resources? Yes, sir. Rocks. I'm wounded. How do they get wounded and they don't do nothing? Is she alive? Is she alive? She's dead. Do nothing because I don't have a sock puppet. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. When you reach the location from the transmitter, you could see somebody sneaking off into a dark behind a big rock. A little suspicious. Heat module is up and running, Captain. We're officially not a refrigerator. What's on your nose, though? An icicle. That was a cold night, Captain. And if you don't mind me saying, you don't look so good. Yeah, I know. Why couldn't I use the lighter on the last one if I had a lighter? There's a robot city passing outside. Yes, the Starlight City is mobile. It floats above the solar terminator, the twilight line, where day becomes night. The city has both a day and night side, but 100% starlight powered. Their technology is far more advanced than the other robot communities we've seen on this world. Maybe they could help you. The Felony Rush slowed down and let you catch up. The robots gave you oxygen and insisted on giving you free stuff. So they gave you a first aid kit. Communicator! Can you hear that, Captain? It sounds like mosquitoes. It is mosquitoes. See, there's one. Get it? No, wait. They're not ordinary insects, they're robot constructs. They're only as annoying as the real thing, but at least they don't seem to be into sucking blood. We should probably get rid of them anyway. Why do I get the feeling that was wrong? These are machines, their frequencies can be accessed with the right tool. Was spot on. Took a bit of tinkering, some of which was likely in breach of the hardware's warranty, but while the communicator device suffered, they won't be returning anytime soon. A pair of robots aren't meandering towards us. They are facing each other and appear to be fused at the hands. One is a large Hulk dragging the other, which is smaller in stature. Could this be a parent and child pair? One is a power sock and the other one mouth-like receiving chamber. Do you wish to charge the big robot, feed the little one, or leave them to their fate? I don't have soup to give. It's not even that I don't want to help, I just didn't craft any yet. In the distance, the child robot slumped lower toward the ground and the parent robot began dragging it away. Perhaps it would have been nice to help them out, Captain. I didn't have a choice, robot. Remember the transmission we received recently? The one with the mysterious coordinates? It's back. Whoever sent it is still just waiting there. The transmission keeps reminding the listeners to bring a sock puppet. Find out. Alright. We have underwater visitors. A horde of robotic penguins have the shuttle completely surrounded. They appear hostile unless they're brandishing those knives for some other reason. They're lawn penguins, the kind of cheap decoration a wealthy robot would put in his front garden. Their computers have all been hijacked by a murderous virus. How will you deal with them? Apparently I'm gonna do nothing. Did nothing to address them and instead chose to ignore them. The shuttle is reinforced steel. There's no way they could get in, right? Wrong. Those little bastards were stronger than they looked. While they couldn't get inside the shuttle, they were able to roll it over a few times. No one was hurt, but some items were damaged. You still feel hungry. I got nothing. I'm not hearing right now or getting very loud though. Oh, you hear them too? My weight sensors are picking something up as well. That explains why my cameras missed them. I will not defend us, apparently. I will just leave us to die. This is the furthest we've ever gotten. Day 31. Two-dimensional species attacked our ship. You listen curiously as the angry voices groan with effort. Several laborious hours later, the two-dimensional barricades were ready, reassembling a thin origami napkin to your untrained 3D eyes. It crumbled when you sneezed. The voices sounded devastated. You tried to look impressed and fearful, but they didn't notice. Crafting completed. Thank you. Strength. We received the pamphlet at our window. Try Ebozen. Universal shopping for the comfort of your own planet. Free gift with sign up. Wow. They're just throwing signs on my door. You squatted low, let out a roar, and jumped through the Ebozen sign-up portal, disappearing into the dimension breach. The shuttle rocked you, and you popped out the other side of the portal unharmed. Fine print of the pamphlet expanded to show that it would take 1 to 2 galactic business days for your verification process, at which time you could begin your universal shopping experience. Another portal opened and a well-dressed green tentacle appeared and gave you a gun. Thank you for signing up for Ebozen. Here's a free gift. Your account will be active. Okay. Remember that transmission we received? Yeah, sock puppet, finally! Sock puppet! Rendezvous. Bring a sock puppet to the transmitter card. You approach the location. I come in peace. A small metal figure stepped out from behind a rock. Her name was Sheila. And her disappointed look made it obvious she was expecting someone else entirely. Alas, you are not a handsome young robot named Dumbo. Sheila is easier on the human ears and eyes. Laments a glitch that occurred in her program, making her fall in love with young Dumbo, despite both of them already having different companions assigned. Sheila believes Dumbo's programming is not flawed and he cannot return his feelings. You seem really moved by this tragic love story. Me, not so much. How am I getting hungry? I just ate. I got no tape. Sadly, Charles D12's arm had to remain broken for the time being. We simply couldn't do anything to assist him. I must say, Kante, if all the denizens this planet are as nice as Charlie Guy, we could not have picked a better place to crash, other than a human colony full of Astro citizens, I mean. Interesting news. It appears that there is a hollow space behind one of the walls. A secret stash? Look at that beard. Now he really looks like me. Let's go. I don't know about that unibrow though. Yesterday I brought your attention to the hidden space behind all of the panel. I would probably never learn what's on the other side. My computation said that there's a 1% chance that there's any treasure. Like a really big soup can. In short, definitely not worth the trouble. You still feel hungry. Flux capacitor did nothing last time. And how'd I get hurt? You got injured, but thankfully you weren't teleported anywhere. Seeing as humans are slaves to emotions, I do understand why Sheila came back to our advice on her romantic quest. Is there a way to make it a different robot love her unconditionally, or is it possible for her to... What do you feel is best approach? Agility. Together with Sheila, you decided that the best course will be to fix the malfunction causing her to love Dumbo. She'll remove the problem altogether. Perhaps she will have no memories of this romance at all if done correctly. I have to say, Captain, messing with robots programming like this is risky business. You might want to start looking around for spare tools and parts. I'm sure Sheila is going to need a few things to complete the procedure. Yeah, I don't got nothing, bro. Captain, your dopamine levels are dangerously low. How about a joke? Why did the computer arrive late to work? Because it had a hard drive. We are laughing. No? Nothing? Alright. How about an episode of the hit show 3 Guys and a Horse instead? It's intended as an enhancement integration method if we ever capture any reds, but you might find it amusing. Sure. Day 38, wow. I've never made it this far. The episode happened to be the Earth Day special and involved the cast traveling the globe, seeing the wonders of the world, and expressing their gratitude for the rich bounties of Earth. If this was a mistake, would it make you feel any better if I mentioned that every cast member is likely dead? No, I'll stay quiet. Yep, gotta reset it. Oof, he's hungry. I got mad rocks. Family robotic nomads set up in a camp nearby. Their elder wants to meet with you. You pranced cheerfully into the robot camp, but the robots all looked at you funny, and a few said they thought you were unwell. You left the robot camp wondering if a more peaceful approach would have been better, but by morning the automation family was gone. Nope. I got nothing. I got no supplies to give. You're more than willing, Captain, but you failed to produce anything even remotely useful. Do not beat yourself up over it. My extensive data will tell me the basic inadequacy and failure are incredibly common among humans. I informed Sheila about this, and she agreed to return at a time more convenient for you. Awesome. Thank you. Humanoid figure approaching. It's a robot jittering along towards a blinking light. Attempt to communicate. Day 42. Wow. I'm never gonna pass what I'm passing right now. I'm never gonna make it further along. This is the furthest I've ever made it, and I don't think I can ever make it further than this, to be honest. As demented robot nearby kept methodically clanging its head off the hull, you decided to use the communicator mutual non-clanging agreement. Radio signal must have penetrated the robot's choppy mind, looked around bemusedly, and strutted off into the distance. Must have been morning after the night before. Nothing. You wonder why Astro, would be so freaked out about a tiny bit of damage to the hull. But you seem happier, so I let this one slide. I got nothing. And I died. I was crafting the healing right now. We made it to day 44, and that's what's most important. Ultimately, I really do enjoy the game. I mean, this is the third time I'm playing through just to let you guys check it out. It's very stressful. It's very stressful because obviously I didn't want my entire crew to die, but they died one by one, and then I ousted them by like what 20 something days. That's not right. I don't like it. But I did do my best. Um, Tell me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the game. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff down below, and I'll catch you on the next one.